You guys might be wondering where I am. I'm wondering the same thing, which is why we have our friends here. David and Goliath, Justin, and Ruby and Max. And we're in like some back room, but it was like lights going and a stripper pole and like an empty pizza box over there, and it's kind of weird. And I still have my mustache. I know you guys are stoked on that. I usually don't keep a mustache more. And like the giant chocolate thing. The promoter gave me a giant solid chocolate champagne bottle, which is nice because champagne bottles are classy. And I'm not really a fan of champagne, but I am a fan of chocolate. And it is kind of ironic that my name's Big Chocolate. Oh man. Alright. Look at the new track I'm gonna play. Oh hell yeah! Oh hell yeah! Oh shit! Yeah! So this is kind of against the rules as far as just what CamEveryDay is sort of about, which is documenting the day. But I forgot to include this in today's video. So I'm doing it afterhand. I had a crazy travel story that happened that I didn't talk about in that video, and I feel like it was cool, so I should probably talk about it. It wasn't cool, it was actually lame. But it was cool at the same time because it all worked out as you saw. So I had, let's just say, for time's sake, it was a 3:30 flight. I don't remember exactly. It might have been 3:40, whatever. But I was going to be late. Okay, I was going to miss my flight. So I call my manager, Jason. I'm like, hey, I'm going to miss this flight. He's like, really? And I'm like, yeah. Well, I wasn't freaking out because I knew it would all get worked out eventually, which is why I have Jason in the picture. So when stuff like that happens, call him and say, hey, I missed my flight. And he goes, all right, we'll work it out. So we start working out, and he was like, you need to get this flight, and you need to get to LAX at this time. You'll get in an hour late, but you won't miss your flight. Then he goes, but you're gonna miss your return flight because it was a round trip flight that we didn't book. And so he was like, let me call we'll call the airlines, Airline 1 and Airline 2. Airline 1 is the airline I was supposed to take. Airline 2 is the one he's like, you need to get this flight because it will get you there in time. But I need to call Airline 1 to make sure you get your return flight. Capiche? Anyways, he then called me back after I went and bought the ticket for Airline 2 and got through security that I was on an Airline 1 flight direct to Los Angeles at 6 o'clock. And I was like, cool. Well, let me go talk to the people at the desk for Airline 1. I already have my Airline 2 ticket, so if this fails, it fails. And the Airline 2 ticket's plane was taken off in like 5 minutes. So I had to like figure it all out really quick. At this point, my anxiety was pretty high. And I was like, not freaking out, but kind of freaking out. Then I talked to Airline 1, and Airline 1's flight was so delayed that I was going to miss my layover for a transition flight or whatever in San Francisco. So they put me on a direct that came later. So if I just went to the airport and just went to the thing, I'm like, hey, I missed my flight, what do I do? They said, no, you didn't. It's delayed an hour, so you won't be able to make it anyways, so we're going to put you on this flight. And then it would all have been good. but the airlines weren't. Well, I guess the airline did tell us that. I just heard it like a few seconds too late because I was like, it was all so last minute. Like all this happened in like a span of like probably about 7 minutes, so it was all really quick to happen. Then I was like, cool, I got my boarding pass for the 6 o'clock to LAX directly, and then airline 2 started paging me, and I had to go up to him and talk to him, and I felt like an idiot at the time. I could have made it, and they're holding up the plane for me, which is a horrible feeling, because when you need to leave, and like some people need to make transition flights, and you delay it, it's just bad. But so I felt like a jerk for that, and then I was so stressed that I went and got a double vodka cream, and then I was talking to one of my friends about this new project called Zeliak or something like that. Zeliak, with Elliot Coleman, the new vocalist of Tesseract, and some guy who plays guitar real well. It's like a jazz R&B track. It's up on Bandcamp for like $1. You should buy it because it's awesome. All right, goodbye. Goodbye.